Hi, this is Amara Wiley from Hands of Change. Welcome to our virtual full moon service for August 2021. We are experimenting with various kinds of media to see how we can bring you ritual when you can't get to us. So simultaneously to this ritual, we will be doing an in-person ritual at our covenstead Gaia's Garden Grove in Old Bridge. And if you are not yet a Sabbath attendee because you haven't gone through the classes and gone to enough online rituals, or if you just aren't ready to be with people right now, that's completely fine. So this is our ritual that we bring to you. So if you are doing this at the same time as we are doing our ritual, you can connect to the energy of the group in person through the form of this space that we're creating with you right now. This is not the first time we have done this kind of thing. We did a ritual a number of years ago, which we did without the use of Zoom. Members or former members of Hands of Change all over the country performed a ritual simultaneously to create a peace bird to send to Kosovo. So we provided the ritual to each of these people, and then we all coordinated the time when we were going to do ritual together, and we all created this peace bird together. It was a very powerful ritual. So we already have the technology for doing this, and so we share this now with you. Even if you are looking at this ritual at a different time than the day and time we're doing this, you can still connect to our ritual space, because ritual is done in a time that is not a time and a place that is not a place. So in a way, our ritual in person and here exist in a timeless bubble throughout human history. I wanted to also just give you a little background on what we're doing today. So you can see there's a pine tree behind me and a spider web. The spider web is just a metaphor for how we are all connected. No spiders right now. And the pine tree is this very special tree. So we're going to be talking about why a pine tree in August, because it's usually thought of in the winter when it symbolizes the evergreenness of all trees and the cycle of life. But here in the summer, we are actually using the lovely evergreen in a different way. We are going to be calling on the spirit of the evergreen to help us. The evergreen is, tonight's ritual is based in the Japanese Shinto tradition, and we're working with deities that have to do with trees. So we're also going to be inviting people to do some forest bathing, and if you're not near a forest, I have an alternative for you. So we are happy and proud to share public ritual with this community, both to celebrate and to provide some opportunities to serious seekers. Hands of Change mainly observes public full moon and selected Sabbaths, but we also celebrate privately on a limited basis with Hands of Change members and serious seekers who have attended at least 3 of our 9 Fold Path classes. If you would like more opportunities for training and private Hands of Change events, or just to be kept informed, you can join our list on our website, which is handsofchange.org, or you can email to Chiron at handsofchange.org, who is our class registrar. So we're going to start by talking a little bit about Kami and Kodama. So Kodama are spirits in Japanese folklore that inhabit trees or might move among them. The term is also used to denote a tree in which a kodama supposedly resides. Their outer appearance is much like an ordinary tree. Some have appeared as human, and they have supernatural power. Honoring them brings blessings to homes and villages, and disrespecting or mistreating them can bring a curse. The Japanese believed that gods resided not only in natural phenomena such as the sea and the land, but also in the cooking stove and even in each individual grain of rice, and therefore they treated them all with reverence. So in principle, human beings, birds, animals, trees, plants, mountains, oceans, all may be kami. And according to the ancient usage, whatever seemed strikingly impressive, possessed the quality of excellence, or inspired a feeling of awe was called kami. Objects may evoke a sense of awe, which allows us to perceive kami. Moreover, kami are not transcendent or supernatural. They are immanent with and fundamental to our worldly experiences. So because in the Shinto tradition, kami are always present in phenomena, and we are normally insensitive to them, we are often awestruck by their presence. So we're working with two deities today. We're working with Uba, who is the Japanese guardian of spirit of pine trees. Her name means old woman or wet nurse, and she represents longevity, good fortune, steadfastness. Her spirit usually abides in the tree, but on moonlit nights she's said to go out and clear dead pine needles off of the forest floor. So she's also known as someone who sweeps away trouble. And it's said that the kami, Shinto gods and goddesses, use a pine branch to descend to the earth so that many of their spirits reside within them. Because they ward off evil and bring good fortune, you can often find pine trees on the grounds of Shinto shrines. Our god is Kukunochi, the Shinto god of trees. He's a god born from the creation deities Izangai Kai and Izanami, and I apologize for my pronunciation. I am not fluent in Japanese. But after they gave birth to the land and to the various other commune of seas, rivers, and mountains, it said that he was appointed to protect part of the Kalapa forest after it was attacked by spirit harvesters. And we are going to welcome these and the four directions, and then I'm going to give you some directions so that you can continue with this ritual while we are continuing with ours. We will start by giving you some Japanese. So konbanwa means good evening. So normally we would say hail and welcome when we call a spirit, and we would say hail and farewell when we say goodbye. But tonight we're saying oya suminasai when we say goodbye to the spirit, and konbanwa when we say hello. So you can say that at home when I'm calling and welcoming the quarters and the god and goddess as a way to participate. And then at the end, you can say oya suminasai with me and say goodnight to the spirits. So get yourself settled a little bit, and you can stand if you like, or sit. We call the elements with Japanese haiku. So these are haiku poems by various people from all over the world. And later on, we'll put in the notes, probably tomorrow, who the different poets were. Air, whispering, the language between the leaves and wind. Konbanwa. Fire, forgiveness, the charred gum sprouts again. Konbanwa. Water, the pine tree of the forest trickles all night long, shimmering drops of moonlight. Konbanwa. Earth, Quietly walking through forests and wild meadows, nature holds my hand. Konbanwa. Lord Kukunochi, God of trees, protector of the forest, we welcome you here. Guide us with our visit within your woodland realm. Help us feel regenerated in your dominion. Konbanwa. Lady Uba, guardian spirit of the pine, ever steadfast in your work, we welcome you to our circle. Help us sweep away our troubles as you sweep away the dead needles. Grant us good fortune to find calm and relaxation. Konbanwa. We welcome the Kodama spirits. So tonight we are going to be doing a practice called forest bathing, and it's a way to relieve stress and also a way to invite in the sacred, which in some ways is the same thing. So we invite you to turn off your phone, any other distractions, so you can be fully present in this experience. And just to leave behind your goals and expectations, wander aimlessly, allowing your body to take you wherever you want. Pause from time to time to look more closely at a leaf or notice the sensation of the path beneath your feet. Find a comfy spot, take a seat and listen to the sounds around you and see how the behavior of the birds and other animals changes when they become used to your presence. And if you are going with others, make an agreement to resist talking until the end of the walk, and then you could share your experience. So if you have not already, gather up a folding chair, a blanket, a cushion, a mat, a flashlight. You want to put on bug repellent before we leave, wear closed-toed shoes, and we're going to begin our stroll amongst the trees. So I'm going to invite you to turn off your camera, to go outside if you are able, and to walk amongst the trees that are near you, and perhaps find one and sit down beneath it and meditate. And I also encourage you to imagine that you are with the people doing this ritual in person at Gaia's Garden Grove. And remember that all trees are interconnected through their roots and through fungi, and can communicate with each other. So in some ways we can use the roots of the tree as a way to connect with each other, even though we may not be together in person. So before you turn off your camera, if you are unable to, if you're in a city or you're just not anywhere where you can wander outside, I want to provide the following resource, which is, there is a very short 5 minute, 40-second YouTube video that you might want to check out. It's called The Sherwood Trees Make Music at Electric Forest with Tom Wall of Cosmic Knot. And if you Google that, search it on YouTube, you'll find this video of Tom Wall of Cosmic Knot making music with a pine tree, which is, I find, very inspiring. You can also find a picture of the pine tree or look for a video of trees on your computers if you really can't get outside with us and wander amongst the trees. So at this time, I'm going to ask you to pause your video and go outside, gather your things, go outside and wander amongst the trees till you find the right one, and then sit with it and connect with us in the spirit of the deities that we are calling tonight.
So, say the next issue work because
Welcome back to the ritual. I hope you enjoy your tree meditation in whatever way you took it. And if you want to share in the comments what that was like for you, please feel free to do that below. And tonight we are going to now say goodbye to the deities and spirits that we called. We hope that you had a chance to meet some awe and perhaps one of the tree spirits, or just find a sense of deep peace sitting and meditating amongst the trees. Lady Uva, guardian spirit of the pine, grant us longevity and good fortune. Stay if you will, go if you must. Ere you depart to your dwelling in the pine, we bid you, Oya Sumanasai. Lord Kukunochi, God of the trees, watch over and protect us as you do your forests. Stay if you will, go if you must. And ere you depart to your deep woodland realm, we bid you, Oya Sumanasai. Earth, we thank you, spirits of earth, for your guidance, for the beauty that surrounds us. Oya Sumanasai. Water, we thank you, spirits of water, for your guidance, that we may live our lives in harmony with others and our environment. Oya Sumanasai. Fire, we thank you, spirits of fire, for your guidance, that we may live our lives seeking each day with enthusiasm. Oya Sumanasai. Air, we thank you, spirits of air, for your guidance, that we may live our lives with clear vision. Oya Sumanasai. And tonight, we are grateful for you being with us and adding your energy to our ritual space. And ere you depart to your lovely realm, I send you the blessings of the Hands of Change Coven and the gift of healing our community, ourselves, and our world. Many blessings.